Sandy, can you hear us? Sandy, can you hear us? We are recording. See the little red dot,
Yeah.
upper left hand. Okay, so that's good.
We can record it and the microphone's on.
Camera's on, microphone is on.
So
Getting ready to call it a night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you all set?
Yes.
thank you for asking.
What's that, Sandy? I'm sorry. Sandy, I think you're muted.
Get started.
All right. Let
Yeah,
me
like-
see what time we have. 7:01.
yeah, we're gonna call the meeting at 7:01 to start.
Today is
Today is April 23rd. Oh my God, I have it right in the 22nd of the day. Okay, and we have the minutes from the last meeting, please.
okay. Actually, would you want to start with the call to order? Oh, here.
Call to order.
Let me do this. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Call the meeting to
Good night.
order.
Okay, thank you.
We'll call this meeting to order today on the 23rd.
For the minutes from our last meeting, the meeting attendance last week was Jim, Sandy, Shannon, Joanne, and myself. There were no members that were absent. We had no guests. We reviewed and accepted the minutes from the 2/20/2/24 meeting. We reviewed the current grant cycle. Jim reported that the current balance in the amount of 2382.22. There was $1,000 expense in the January paid to the Blackstone Valley Community Chorus. There was also a small amount of revenue from interest. Shannon reported that an inquiry was received for a presentation on the Holocaust in the current grant cycle. Shannon, however, responded that the application timeframe had in fact passed, and also sent information and links for the next cycle. As other topics, we discussed possible first annual townwide Scarecrow Festival. One of the ways that we had discussed promoting this was through the Rock the Block Party, and we have since been notified that the block party will not happen this year. We discussed promoting at town schools and posting on the Mendon Town paper, the town website, as well as the town bulletin board. Set the next meeting for tonight, Tuesday, 4/23, and we adjourned last meeting at 7:40.
All those in favor, say aye and accept the minutes.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Meeting minutes have been accepted.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Welcome. Good, how are you?
Oh, I'm surviving. I managed to do a number on my leg muscle. So I just, I don't know, wherever, grab a chair, sit over there, whatever.
We're in a library. You should find something to
Find
read.
something.
Well, technically the library is closed. I can't send her upstairs, but right.
This is not good, nice section back here. I think
That's
the
true.
kids section, yeah, it's actually very nice.
Kids say, oh, the young adults here.
Young adults, yes.
Young
She
adults.
doesn't quite moved them. She's getting close though. You're welcome to take a look.
How old is she?
Abby, how old are you? 11.
Oh, you're almost there.
Yeah, what grade are you in?
That's it.
Yeah, yes.
We were just going over the previous minutes.
Okay.
I know that you had sent through the financials.
Yes.
Just saw those before I came here. Can you just kind of walk us through that? Any surprises or does everything look good?
I mean,
Should be aware of?
I think the biggest thing is that is actually not in here, but it's related. Of course, our disbursement for from the state hopefully will be coming through in the I think I mentioned. I joined you virtually for the last meeting.
Mhm.
Yeah, so thankfully I contacted the town clerk and treasurer about it. The town clerk got on it, very fortunately, because it was about the town and the state needed to sign a contract.
Is that what,
And so that was why we were on a list of delinquents. And so we weren't going to get any money. And the state told us that all we got taken care of, and it got taken care of.
it did because I got an email from, I don't want to talk.
Hey, Sandy.
Hi,
Hey,
sorry,
Sandy.
I had to switch computers. There was something
Yeah, I
wrong
think
with
you're
the other
muted.
one.
Maybe it's this thing. We're not on mute on the microphone.
Oh, can you hear me?
us?
I can hear you.
Okay, we can't hear you.
They can't hear me.
The speaker on? What would be the speaker?
This is right here, Samson display audio. It's up at 100%.
Assuming it's. Close that. You close that box. I don't know. That'll do it, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just
It's so weird that we can't hear her.
now we're frozen. Or she's frozen. Right? Not?
Oh, she's not.
Can you hear me now?
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
No.
They can't hear me now.
There's something we have to turn on that we didn't
Can you
turn.
the Teams button at the bottom?
This one?
Yeah. I just wonder if there's any setting or button that we.
There's a thing.
That's the James. Nope. I would think we'd be able to hear her.
That is.
This is at the max.
Yeah.
Can they hear you now?
There's no other external.
Is that
speaker or
better? Can you
anything
hear
on
what I'm
here.
Sandy,
saying
would you want
now?
to call in?
Is that
Call
better? Can you
Joanne's
hear what I'm saying
phone
now?
and, worst comes to worst, we'll do it that way.
I can hear you, but I don't think you
Is
can
there
hear me.
another one up here, maybe?
Yeah, that would be. When you hear the sound, where do you normally hear it?
Right through there.
I think it's coming through, yeah,
Yeah.
The actual TV. huh?
right.
Audio settings. Let's take a
Okay.
look.
Telephone,
No,
No.
speakers.
speaker.
Yes.
How's that?
Oh, we hear you.
Oh, okay, is that okay?
We
Yeah.
got it, we got
We
it.
got it.
Good.
Phone would probably
Good job.
this.
Awesome.
All right. well, Okay, we
Oh,
were
technology
just
challenge.
looking at the budget talking about the budget status and the general ledger.
Okay,
And I'm sorry, who did you speak with at the town?
Oh, the town clerk.
But I got an email from ALEJNA.
Yes,
She-
she's joined us.
She's joined. Okay, I don't want
Alana?
to, Alana, I'm all right. She got noted, she is now our town representative
Mhm.
for authorizing signatures. So she got an email saying our grant money, congratulations, Mass Council is pleased to inform you of the total dollar value. So I'm assuming once she signed all the paperwork, and this was back at the end of March, we probably got our money into the account.
Okay. Now, it didn't show up anywhere in those reports, but I assume maybe just hasn't made its way.
It just hasn't been posted.
Just hasn't been posted. Now, I would have. But I did ask him for just through the end of the first quarter. of 2024.
Which
So,
means we probably wouldn't have got it until the beginning of April, because
Right.
she didn't sign that till the end of March. They're not gonna send us
Oh, right,
anything
right.
till they got that, so
okay, well.
I'm sure.
Good, I didn't, because I didn't see anything like that, and I was starting to get worried, why
Oh,
wasn't
she-
it getting?
So just so I know from my recording, so the money has been released by the Mass Council to the local council?
It should be, yeah,
Okay.
according to that email. The money, the amount was, hold on one moment, let me go back to that email, because she forwarded it to me. It was $6,200.
Yeah, that's what we,
Yeah.
yep,
That number does sound right.
yep, there we go, so.
So, yeah, because she will be, she had to sign some documents, but they sent her
Okay,
notification
good.
saying she was the signing person. So,
Yes, well, perfect, that was exactly what I was talking about, so that all got, clearly, that was the final, like, step of like, has this actually happened?
well,
That I was waiting for, yeah,
so,
because they said it had happened, but I hadn't gotten.
who was it prior then that was doing the signing? Do we know? Who was the signature?
Well, I think it's done, it's just the notice had said that the state was doing things different.
Oh, okay, all right.
So.
I want to make sure we're legit and we're not just taking the money and,
Yeah, there's some like,
yeah, which is totally understandable.
new system and yeah.
Okay, so,
Hopefully, so any case, and when you folks in looking at the list of people, the any case, I've got a files in the one that actually lists at the bottom of the page all the lists actually all the money that has gone out.
mhm.
Any of those look unusual to you? They don't look unusual to me, but.
Did you send it to the? Let's see. Let's see your email, Jim.
Which one were?
That was from today at 5:09?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it hasn't shown up in my email box yet.
Now you're looking at the budget status, or you're looking at the revenue?
Revenue.
Okay, okay.
So at the bottom, all of those, Scott Martell, William Moffett, Blackstone Valley Community Chorus, Blackstone Valley Regional School,
Mhm.
those were all people that received grants last year. So that,
Okay,
to me, that looks fine.
okay, that's all I wanted to know.
And then at some point, there was a mention of $1,000 one to, I think it was Milford Community Chorus. And that one we did just pay recently.
Okay, yep. That's all I wanted to know was if everybody recognized that previous.
Yeah. Yeah, they all look familiar.
Okay, great. Perfect.
So we're good with the balance in the checking account?
Yeah, and so we have that $600 some and then the 6,200 coming in, so everything looks hunky dory to me.
You by chance didn't see a reimbursement from the Historical Society. I don't know how they
Right.
do it, and I sent an email off.
I didn't see.
Okay, because I sent another email tonight, because I wasn't sure how it was done, because they owe us that grant money back.
How much
So-
was that? 250? It wasn't?
I think it was 250.
Okay. Historical Society?
Yeah, so I reached back out to them again.
Zero.
The amendment.
Okay, yeah, they probably would, they would write us a check, so if they haven't sent it,
Right.
And I picked up the mail I went to the town hall last week and there was nothing in there from them. So I just wanted to make sure they didn't go to the town hall and hand it to somebody and say, please deposit
yeah.
this in the cultural council's account, just to make sure.
No, just refresh my memory. That was because they didn't have,
They didn't do the.
they didn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, was there a reason?
Um,
Didn't have a location or?
no. Was the program done somewhere else? I forgot what it was, what the reasoning was behind it.
They didn't do it because I think there were other groups that did things on Eleanor Roosevelt that were very similar, and they didn't feel that theirs would be very well attended because kind of that topic had already been done
Right,
during that time period.
okay. But they still owe us.
They still owe
They
us,
need
yeah.
to reimburse us.
They need to reimburse us. I sent an email again, and the last time around, she had CC'd their treasurer, but we still haven't heard anything, so that'll bring us back up.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
look fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
new business. I went to Crown Trophy to get another estimate on trophies for the Scarecrow contest. He actually has a mold of a scarecrow that he can put on top of the first place trophy. It was so funny. I said, well, we're doing a scarecrow. He goes, I have a mold of a scarecrow I could put on the top of the trophy. I'm like, well, that's nice because then that's not extra. He's already got a
Yeah.
mold that doesn't cost extra to have a tool or anything. So I said, a trophy probably about this big. I said, and then we want a second and third place trophy smaller. And then I mentioned honorable mention stuff. He said for honorable mentions, if we didn't want to do, say, a certificate, we could do little medals. And he could put scarecrows on those.
Oh, yeah.
He said, in total, you're talking about $200,
Oh, wow, that's reasonable.
which was very reasonable. I was like,
Yeah.
I looked at him and he's like, yeah. And he was funny. He goes, when is this? I said, oh, it's going to be like October 1st to October 31st, and he goes, wow, you are way ahead of the game coming to ask the questions. I said, well, I'm trying to be proactive so that we're not scrambling at the last minute. I said,
And paying 3 times that.
yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, you can, whenever you want to put the order in, just let me know. He goes, we'll hold it and you tell me what date you want it by. And then we'll, do whatever. So on the first place trophy, this is going to be a trophy that I'm assuming we're going to hand annually to the next group.
Mhm.
Like in 2025, that person will earn it then. So if we do that, what would you want engraved at the bottom of that so that when it goes out, like Mendon's Cultural Council annual scarecrow trophy, annual scarecrow contest, or, I don't know, you might want to think about it and then we can, figure it
Well,
out.
the thing is, how big is it gonna be?
It's probably gonna be,
How
well,
much copy can you reasonably get
get in that.
Not like a 3 font,
Let's see. He gave me a copy of a trophy so that we could kind of get an idea. Depends. I mean, we could get it to be like a 2-liner
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, or something.
Even still, I mean, you can't get a lot of
Not on
copies.
there, no. So if you want to put, I don't know, we need just.
First place. Oh, you want to say first place, you want to advertise,
Yeah.
you want that to be front and center.
First
First place, scarecrow, annual
Annual
scarecrow.
scarecrow contest?
Yeah,
Okay, we'll do that then.
I don't think we have.
Unless you
Mendon culture, I don't think we have.
No, we don't. Okay, so first place annual
You just draw that? Very nice.
scarecrow contest?
I don't
Scarecrow?
know.
Do we get
I
Mendon in
think-
there?
I think it would be nice to have Mendon Cultural Council on there. That sort of promotes us and that we're doing this.
Okay,
I think it's important to have our name on it too.
so Mendon Cultural Council annual scarecrow contest, first place, and see if you can get it all in there.
Maybe do first place first, and then first place Scarecrow contest, and then
MCC.
Mendon Cultural Council.
Okay,
Okay. Okay, I will have them do that. And then on the other ones, we can do a second and a third place trophy. They'll be smaller, so we'll
Right.
just put second place
Annual.
annuals, whatever. And then, for honorable mentions, I don't know how many you want to do, if you want to think about it.
I mean, if they're small little badges and they don't cost a lot, it'd kind of be nice to give out as many as we can.
Okay, so I'll ask him to give me,
Again, it's cheap advertising.
right, like I basically told him like 5 honorable mentions, but I'll ask him to give me a quote if we wanted to get, say, I don't know, 25 or something like that, and that way then we can hand them out.
Right.
I did go talk to Ellen, on your advice, Jim, I did do that.
Oh.
And, I said to her, I mentioned to her what we were doing, and I said, it's gonna be throughout the town. I said, it's gonna probably be at some public buildings. It'll be some people who could have them at their houses.
Yeah.
I said, it could be anywhere across the board. I said, but I want to make sure if we do it in the public building, do we need to talk to the selectmen? She recommended we go to the select board, one of the meetings, get on the agenda, just let
Okay.
them know what we're doing when we're doing it, so that they will,
Yeah.
approve and know the graces of it. I said, okay, I figured I'd get on the agenda after the town meeting, because right
Yeah.
now they're more into knee-high dealing with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So I figured probably like in May at some point, we'll go on the agenda.
Yeah.
I did ask her about putting a box out for the voting. She says a lot of people do that, so she'll put it right at the town clerk's office. She
Yeah.
said, put the box there, they can come in and place their ballots there. I'm gonna ask Andrew if we can put one in the library upstairs as well, because a lot of people do come to the library to
Mhm.
vote and different things like that. So, and then, we'll see what happens, from there, we'll take it. I haven't had a chance to draw up a flyer yet. That's on my next to do, to put the flyer together. Once I get it all mocked up and ready, I'll email it to each one of you guys, so you guys can take a look at it, tell me what you think, make what changes we need to make and everything like that. So, but right now, it looks like
Good.
we're heading down that road. We did mention, are we gonna still do prizes, or are we just gonna do the trophy for? Because I know Paul had mentioned about giving a prize to somebody if they win, but do we want to just do the
I
trophy?
think the trophies.
The trophy will be good. Okay, and, they are gonna have them up from October 1st to October 31st.
Yeah.
But do we want to do judging halfway through, or do we want to wait till the end of October? Because if we do judging halfway through, at least this way here, the winner can kind of have bragging rights for half a month, you know what I'm saying? I won the scarecrow contest or whatever else. And
I think that also prods people to get something in front of their place of business
sooner than later.
sooner than later.
Yeah. So
Later becomes, and then later never happens.
So if we're going to do it October 1st, right? Look at my calendar here. I can't believe we're looking up that far, but.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so if we're gonna have them start October 1st, we're gonna give them till Sunday, the 13th to have it out and on display.
Sure.
Ready? Does that sound good, Sandy,
Yeah.
to you? Gives them 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, we also have to give the people that want to vote time to go around and see all the scarecrows too.
Okay, so, all right, so do we want to go with voting through October 19th? And then that will give them from the 20th to the 31st to be able to
Display.
more and longer, but at least the votes will be in on the 19th.
Yeah, that would probably be better.
And then we'll announce the winners on the 20th,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, that sounds
Oh,
good.
wait, I gotta think about, yeah, the library and the town hall are closed on Saturday, so.
So when, if you say, please have something up, in front of your house or in front of your business by October 13th.
Or no, well, we're gonna have them out in front. Did we say October 1st? We wanted them out and
Yeah.
displayed. Out and displayed starting October 1st. We're gonna give the whole month of October to have them display. It's just, we're gonna tell them in September, we're gonna have everybody start, hand the flyers out and you want to register, yada, yada, yada. All registration will have to be in by September 22nd. That way that we can create the maps and stuff and get it online for where everybody is. All right. Because we're gonna hand the flyers
Yeah.
out, like, I'm gonna go around town and hand them to all the businesses. I'm gonna go to the schools and, let the schools hand them,
Okay.
and, we'll give them to the 20th, we'll give them to the 22nd to register, okay?
You might want to send something out even like in August, because just.
Well, I'm gonna put it on the town's website,
Okay,
so that we're gonna advertise it on the town's website, and then once we'll go back again and we'll hand out, so when school starts, we'll be able to hand out at school and stuff like that, but at least on the town's website, if we put it out there and we put it in the town crier newspaper in the month of August too, registration will start, you've
Right.
got till,
When did-
September,
When did you want to start registration?
we can start at September 1, really,
9/1, okay.
all
Yeah.
right?
yeah, that makes sense.
Register 9/1 to the 22nd, so that way yeah, we can
9/22.
get them on the map.
Okay,
Then from the 22nd, they'll have till October 1st to get their scarecrow out. It's got to be family friendly. And then it's got to be family friendly. We don't want no non-family friendly scarecrows. Family friendly,
naked scarecrows.
no naked scarecrows, no inappropriate position scarecrows, none of that stuff. We want family friendly. Because you have to reiterate that, right?
If it's not stated, it's not
Not-
understood.
That's right. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be family friendly and, starting, October 1st to October 19th, or we'll say the 18th, because the 19th is a Saturday. This way
Okay.
here we can collect
Okay,
the boxes. They can vote. And then we will gather the votes and we'll count them. And then on the 20th, we will announce the winner. Okay?
okay.
And then that way there,
So we need to put together, and firm up, I think we're there, a timetable.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in August, I'll advertise in the town crier. And I'll ask them to put it on the website for the town, okay?
And, what when does the town crier come out for those months? It's every other month, isn't it?
I don't know, I just know it shows up in my mailbox.
No,
That's a good
I think it's
point.
once a month. It is,
Once a
it's
month.
at least every month.
Oh, is it every month? All right.
So
Yeah.
Town crier for August.
for August, so I'll reach out to her, I'll call them and see when I have to have it in, if I want to advertise, if I want to put an article in for August. I'm
Okay.
assuming it's got to be by the middle of July if they're printing out for August.
Right, and then you can put another, if you do that article for August, you could probably still put in a little advertisement for.
Right. See our article, if you're gonna do an ad, see our article on page 1 or page 2.
Or, well, yeah, I'm just saying you could also put something in September,
In September saying,
because then they kind of come out at the beginning of September in theory, or even mid-September.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but yeah, August is.
and then we'll do the town website at the same time. I'll ask Dan Byer, because I think he's in
Okay.
charge of updating the website.
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and then that'll take care of our advertisement. Registration will start the 1st to the 22nd. We'll put the email address down, my email address, so we know who the registrations are.
Yeah.
Okay, registration, there's no cost or anything like that. And then they've got till October 1st, it's got to be out front so that people can start voting. And we'll put the map out on the website so that people will know on the town website where they are. So that people we'll put a list down,
Mm.
North Ave 42. And, we're gonna, and you know what, maybe we want them to kind of tell us a theme of what their scarecrow is when they register, so that when we put it down, 42 North Ave, or I don't know what the library is, if it's 42 North Ave, read your books, or books are fun, theme or something like that, just so we kind of know, so people can kind of get an idea of what they're going to vote for and stuff. And then we'll see what comes from there.
Sure, sounds good.
And it doesn't have to be made from hay. It can be made from anything they want to make it from, as long as it's a scarecrow.
3D printer.
Who
Yeah.
knows? If you want to do that,
That's so 2024,
if you want to do that, go ahead
You
and
can
do it.
employ a
As
little
long
AI,
as it's
I'm
a
gonna use my
scarecrow.
AI and come up with this crazy 3D
As long-
scarecrow.
As long as it's a scarecrow, that's all we want to have, is a scarecrow.
Okay.
We probably should say you have to incorporate, maybe we ought to take that back and say you have to incorporate a little hay in there, because the scarecrow is basically hay. So you have to
Yeah.
somehow incorporate some hay into that scarecrow.
Incorporate some sort of fall.
Natural product.
Natural product.
Yeah, some fall natural products. How's that?
Yeah, please, yeah.
Yeah, if the leaves are falling, you can stuff
Stuff
it
them
with
with
leaves.
leaves, just as long as it's fall
You
related.
probably don't need to say that. I'd be curious if anyone did anything differently. We could probably just not worry about that and
Let your imagination run wild.
just let their imagination run wild. And as long as we say family friendly,
Yeah, family.
That says it all.
and then we can figure out if it ends up, they're like, okay, somebody did something really that we didn't even think they would possibly do. It's family friendly, but it's not quite scarecrow like. Then we can worry about it in the
Yeah.
future. I think
It's a trial run, so we'll see.
at least leaving the door as wide open as
Yeah.
possible and see what happens.
Yeah,
think
so,
Yeah.
One reason.
yeah, that sounds, yeah,
Give them broad, parameters.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think for the first year, you don't want to put restrictions on it. You want people to, see what they come up with, but make it as easy as possible for people
Yeah,
yeah.
to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
All
All
right,
right, so
that's cool. I think we got some good ideas going.
that's good.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any other new business?
Any other topics? No?
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Uh,
Oh, when's our next meeting?
Oh, that's a good
Let's
question.
set that.
Let's set that in May. Go back a couple months.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
A Wednesday evening would be best for me, but I don't know if that works for anybody else.
I'm available on either one.
Wednesday's fine with me.
Okay.
Does that work with you, Sandy?
Wednesday, Sandy?
It's okay with me, but I think Shannon has some sort of exercise class or something.
Oh, all right, that's fine.
We'll do Tuesday.
Okay, how about Tuesday, the 14th?
I can't do
14?
that.
You can't? How about
No.
Tuesday, the 21st?
That I can do.
Tuesday, the
Fine.
24th, 1st of May,
When's the town election?
May 3rd.
Well, that's town meeting.
Oh, town
There's
election?
Town election.
Oh.
I just got my mail-in ballots. I didn't even look.
I don't even know. Let's see.
That'll be on the town.
Should be on the town website, right?
Uh,
No, it's not coming up. Okay.
So May 21st.
May 21st at 7,
Right before I go on vacation.
right before I go on vacation too.
Oh, good for you.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Hilton Head. It's a girls'
Oh,
vacation.
very nice. So we're gonna drive to Boston. We'll spend the night on the Thursday, on the 24th. Then we fly out very early. And we're going to, Lake Tahoe.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, actually, we're meeting friends in Sacramento at Sacramento Airport, because they have like 4 or 5 flights a day, so we're only off by like an hour and a half. And then we'll rent a car and drive over to Reno.
Nice.
So I've never been, and they're coming in from LA, so it worked out well. All right,
motion that we adjourn.
second,
All in favor?
aye.
Bye.
All right.
Thank
Bye,
you, Sandy.
Sandy. Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.